Good afternoon, everybody. Surprise. Yes, I have sold off all, and I do mean all of my camera gear except my GoPro Silver Hero 4. And well, that's about the only thing I have left in an older Canon Vixia camera I have. Am I crazy? I had the Olympus OMD EM5 Mark II, an incredible camera with thousands of dollars of lenses, a Blackmagic cinema camera. Well, you know what? Times have changed. There was a time in photography where people went around with brownie cameras and little box cameras that you would hold and look down through the glass on the top, and there'd be a little mirror, and you could see out ahead through a rangefinder. You snapped a little picture. Sometimes you held it steady, sometimes you didn't. Well, photography has come a long way since then. And well, the iterations get fancier and fancier, but unbeknownst to a lot of the camera makers, or maybe they did know about it, but probably didn't see it coming this fast. Coming up on the inside lane real fast, you have the cell phone manufacturers, the Samsungs, the Apples, the LGs. Well, I'll tell you what, it has been a free for all. And the winner has been people that not only take pictures with their phones, but also take video with their phones. It's simply amazing now what you're able to do with not even a really, you don't even have to have the newest and greatest. I mean, I went out with a 4-year-old um, Samsung Galaxy 5 with crappy stabilization and all kinds of picture warping and things, and still was able to produce a very basic cinematic video just to prove to myself that it could be done. You know, some manufacturers are on the verge of bankruptcy now, making those big fancy cameras with all the lenses because people have discovered and filmmakers have discovered, and yes, there have been award-winning films shot on cell phones. I want to tell you, and one of them won a big prize at the Sundance Film Festival this year. But the reality of it all is that there's so much that's packed into these cell phone cameras now. The lenses are so good. You can do 4K video, 60 frames per second. You could do 1080p at 240 frames per second with incredible slow motion. Samsung Galaxy 9 Plus has a cell phone camera now that has a low light lens on it that it actually expands the iris to a really incredibly fast, like 1.8 f 1.8, an extremely fast lens for low light conditions and with great stabilization. You know, when I walk with my Samsung Galaxy 5, you know, you get what's called the Jello effect, right? It's like a cube of Jello on a plate. You shake it a little bit and you get the Jello. Well, these days you can say goodbye to the Jello effect because the modern cameras, the iPhone 8s, the iPhone 10s, the Galaxy 7s, the Galaxy 8s, they don't, you know, you have excellent stabilization with these cameras. So it came to the point where I had to make a big decision because I examined a lot of the videography market and the photography market, and it seemed like cameras are getting progressively more expensive, especially some of the Sonys, the Canons, and the Fuji films, and the Olympuses. But then when I really take a look at the quality difference between what can be made on, say, an iPhone 10 and what can be made on a really expensive, even some of the expensive red camera, the 8K cameras, the gap is narrowing so much that pretty much the average viewer or consumer of videos is going to say to themselves, is it really worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of lenses and gear and just incredibly bulky stuff to carry around? Well, I guess if you're a professional, you know, filmmaker, Of course, you're going to come in with real expensive gear or rent a really expensive camera for the shoot. But I kind of made the decision for everyday run and gun that it wasn't really necessary to do that. And I also have noticed that the camera market is softening a little bit for the resale market. So I thought I better get while the getting is good and just blow out all of my gear and just adapt to the new world of higher efficiency, which is carrying a cell phone around that can get me it can allow me to watch YouTube videos, it can make phone calls, it can take great pictures, it can do outstanding video. No, I still have the Samsung Galaxy 5. I'm not one to jump the gun. I like to do a lot of research before I buy. But I'll tell you what, if you want to see what a cell phone camera is capable of, I'm not talking about my video a week or so ago about can an old cell phone produce cinematic video? Yeah, it can. It's not as good as today's cameras, but it can be done. But I want you to take a look in the description box and hit the link. It's called Paris iPhone 10 with Zhiyun Smooth Q. The guy has a little special holder that he uses to make the video footage so it doesn't shake or move around. But it does nothing to interfere or add to the, in other words, concentrate on the video that he has taken with his cell phone camera and decide for yourself how cinematic today's cell phone cameras can be. Then let me know in the description box down below. Did Rosie make the right decision or did I make a boneheaded decision? You be the judge. I'll tell you, I liquidated all of my camera gear and I got enough for several cell phones, over 3 cell phones, I'll tell you. So I consider myself pretty lucky to get while the getting's good because the world of videography and photography is changing and it's all being held in the palm of your hand, at least in my opinion. Go down to the description box, click that link below, and judge for yourself, and let me know what you think in the comments section. Thanks so much for watching.